Hey MandeeKarp, how you doing?
Hey, Lady Robzy, I'm getting you.
I'm awesome. It's so good to see you again. I saw you last at Comic-Con in 2019.
Pre-COVID. It's quite crazy.
I think you were Mohana. You were like, yeah, I think you were Mohana that day. You did have like a flower wreath around your head, like a red flower.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, it was like the Voyager costume.
I'm just going to Comic-Con this year for the Sunday. Are you attending?
Oh, that's pretty cool. I bought like a weekend pass like a while ago, and now I'm finding myself trying to force my friends into getting tickets. Because it's like, guys, I told you this like years ago before we knew that COVID would end. And now it's kind of ended and we need to go to the con. I'm hoping more people come through. I'm obviously happy to see a lot of cosplay people because I haven't seen a lot of you guys in the last like couple of years, apart from like my colleagues.
Do you have any cosplays in mind?
Crazy thing is, I do, but I'm not done with any of them. Not done, and there's less than a week. I think less than a week to go. Yeah, if my mental math is right. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I have Yorichi from Bleach. I was supposed to do her like a while ago, but yeah, things happened. I ended up working at the con like that year I was supposed to do her. And then like I've been trying to sew like her jacket, her orange jacket. And then I have to do like a Sailor Venus. I am struggling.
Oh.
Snip, snip. I'm struggling. And then one of the cosplays is a bombshell poison ivy. So I've been working on trying to make it less underwear looking because I know like Comic Con is supposed to be like family friendly, and I also want to be comfortable. And then I think for the final, I'll probably like maybe do like a maid Rem or Ram cosplay from ReZero. Alternatively, I'll rent like a Disney costume, like a Mirabelle from Encanto. Yeah. Are you planning on doing any cosplays?
Yes, it's gonna be Scarlet Witch, the
Mhm.
Multiverse of Madness version with the long sleeves.
I still haven't watched it, hey? I haven't watched it yet. Like I recognize her from like the Marvel movies, but I haven't watched the series.
You haven't watched One Division?
Mm-mm.
It's so good, and it's really cool.
They're
Yeah,
supposed to change colors.
I think our mutual like what got us to be friends was when we both realized we did Gamora, but it was like
Oh yeah, I remember.
I love that, and I loved yours, and
Same. Yours looked really good. Like the paint came out really nice.
thank you so much. And
It's a pleasure.
I always think it's awesome somebody else cosplays as the same character as you because it's their interpretation, and like I don't see cosplay as like a competition or anything
Mhm.
silly in that aspect.
An awesome trend I've been seeing because of that Spider-Man meme where like all the Spideys are like pointing at each other.
Yeah,
Like people don't feel as bad about like showing up in the same cosplay. It's like, oh, you're you, I'm me. Like I think that's pretty cool about like cosplay. We all do things differently and approach whatever cosplay we make differently. So that's like I think that should be shared, you know?
but what is it about DC that you enjoy?
People will say like, you know how people like joking that DC is a lot darker? And it's not just dark in terms of the storyline but lighting as well, but I feel like it's just a whole joke. But I really like, I like the characters more. I feel like I connect more to the characters. Like there's so many different comics and stuff. I think one of the first comics I read was, is it Darkest Night or Brightest Day? Well, they're two different, it's two different series um with all the different lanterns. So that was like one of the first few comics I've read, like recommended by a friend, and I've just fell in love with all the different lanterns. And I think that's what got me hooked on like DC. And then you get like your normal characters that everyone knows, like your Poison Ivies, your Batman.
Who's your favorite DC character? Who do you relate to the most?
This is like the hardest. This is the hardest. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it changes every couple of years. I might be in my villain arc right now, so I'll say Poison Ivy. A bad, like I wouldn't say she's bad, but I'd say like someone, I mean, like you get a lot of these, like DC characters, especially the females, I think are very smart. And the fact that she can like work well with plants. I mean, I like animals, and then my mom is more the plant person. So yeah, it just Poison Ivy makes sense. Like she makes so much sense.
I enjoy Harlequin, and then
Oh,
I
they actually
like
best
them.
friends.
Yes, they are. And in
Uh,
another universe, they get married.
yeah, yeah. I love DC for like the different. Well, Marvel does the same, but still, it's not as cool as DC.
I know that DC's introduced a trans heroine. It's Dreamer from Supergirl, and she's dating a TikToker named Nate K. Weir. I've interviewed him like a while back,
Oh wow,
and she's now got a comic book out as the character,
that's pretty cool.
and she's a Fortnite character now too.
Oh, I play Fortnite, but like not as often as I play Apex, so I'm not too familiar. I've only recognized like certain characters, but like before you got to like this other character, I wanted to ask, like, if you had to be a superhero, what power, or if you had to have a comic book written about you, like what power would you want to have?
Oh, you're asking like me. Okay.
But people don't ask the interviewers the questions, and I'm curious.
Oh, that's
I'm
okay.
quite curious.
All right. If I say again, so if I had my own powers or
Comic book series, like what power, what would you want to show there?
I think I'd be able to talk to animals, or
That's pretty cool. That's like very Disney princessy.
because I do
But
like
it
animals.
works. Like it works as a like it works for superheroes as well.
And then if not that, I think teleporting, because then you could travel wherever you wanted. But you know me, I think for both of us, we just go to Disney like most of the time.
Wanted to add to that, I feel like even with teleporting, I'd still be late to a lot of things. Like my sense of time is just messed up at times.
Oh, that's okay.
Imagine all the Disneys, like Tokyo Disneyland, the Florida one, like the Paris one. Yeah,
I've
like that
been
would be so
to
cool.
the Florida and Paris one.
Oh wow, how was that?
They were very good.
Mind my burp, I'm so sorry. I should have muted. I hope it wasn't audible.
I didn't even hear it, so it's all right.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, microphone.
So when I went, this was before so many films, including like Tangled and Frozen. Like I was a teenager when I went to the Paris one, and I was a kid when I went to Florida. I was around 8 years old, but like the most like vivid memory, I went to Ariel's grotto and I got to meet Ariel.
That is so cool.
And she's my favorite Disney
character. That is so cool.
Wait. Flip man.
I can't, like, you know, when I like fandom and character inspired tattoos so much, like so much, like it game related stuff as well.
Yes.
There's oh wait, I actually have like I got this cute gift. Let me show you. It was like one of those that you kind of like build yourself, but it was kind of easy to build. So this is what I struggled with because I was busy being dumb and I tried to flip it over. But yeah, this is like my cute little Eevee.
Is it from overseas?
I think they import. It's kind of like I got it. What store was it again? It was a gift, but I was there when I got the gift, if that makes sense. It's like one of those stores that sells Gunpla stuff. So I know that the Gunpla stuff, they kind of import from Japan. And then this is like more like an ease because that's more complicated. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm being a dumb now. There. It's a mix. I was gonna try take it apart. Yeah, I've noticed I don't follow instructions. So even when there are instructions, I kind of prefer winging it. So yeah.
Oh, we should show our Pokemon plushies. So why is MandeeKarp your favorite Pokemon?
Before, my nickname was not actually MandeeKarp. And then I realized that this guy or girl is like my favorite, and hence MandeeKarp. I feel like MandeeKarp like represents like being comfortable with what and who you are in like whatever phase of your life you're in. And the cool thing about MandeeKarp is that they eventually turn into like this OP Gyarados. But the thing is, you don't have to wait until you're like an OP Gyarados. You can enjoy being MandeeKarp and just be present in whatever stage of your life you're in. So that's why I really love MandeeKarp. I feel like a MandeeKarp like most of the time, which might sound like to people, it might sound like I'm not good at much.
Splash,
But like
splash.
exactly. But I think the most important thing, even if you're not like good at a lot of stuff, is just being happy and content in whatever like you're doing. And
I think
that's
MandeeKarp is so cute. Like
extremely.
better
I don't
than
even like
Psyduck.
like initially I wouldn't say these are like my favorite colors, but I think it's fitting and perfect for this particular Pokemon. So
That
yeah.
is koi fish.
The Pokemon is so cute. Why is it hidden?
Say again?
Why is it hidden? I want to see Vaporeon. Don't hide.
I would have made the sound, but from the game it's like
Oh jeez. That's pretty cool.
Vaporeon's my favorite because it's a mermaid cat.
That's like such a like a perfect combo. Like if you like both, I think a lot of people like mermaids and a lot of people like cats. So
And it's
makes sense.
my favorite kind of colors. My favorite color is turquoise.
Oh,
And
that's pretty cool.
I just love that it's
The
very
color
cat-like.
schemes.
The evolutions are the best. I think
They're so cute.
like the one that
They're so cute.
I think this is an import because when you, but I want to try show you the tag. Hold on, we should go over here.
Okay, I'm like paying
It
attention
shows
to
you
that.
the evolutions in the
Oh, that's pretty
little
cool.
tag. And then it
That
says
is
like,
pretty cool.
the Pokemon company, and I got it from Geek. I think it's Geek. It's like the Wish alternative for nerds.
Oh, okay. I haven't tried the site out. I think I'll check it out probably.
And the tail
Yeah.
is stitched over there. Also, a little known fact, Vaporeon is Shawazu in Japanese.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I think your MandeeKarp has different name in Japanese as well. It's still You've Won My Heart. But like how it starts off, the person basically says, totally pathetic and unreliable. And I'm like, how could you describe MandeeKarp like that? But then it goes on and the person just says, my love for you is strong. Like, and even though you're the weakest, you still want my heart. And that's like, it's a perfect. Yeah.
You're welcome to hum it.
Okay. And this is the chorus. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yep. The best Pokemon. But because I liked animals, even if they aren't necessarily real, I ended up studying, like I did a degree on zoology. And it's quite funny. Like I always end up on these sites that like kind of show you what like real life Pokemon would like look like if they, and then some animals that actually are, well, would be Pokemon. Such a just a fun fact to know about me. Yeah, I studied zoology because of Pokemon.
Wow.
And I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
You're the first female I'm solo interviewing, by the way.
That is so awesome. You should add first shortest female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
It's
And
pretty cool.
also I'm wearing the tiara because I'm in presence of royalty.
Look at my blush. Guys, I'm not royal. The funny thing is, I'll come back from like a princess job, right? And I'll have to do chores. And I'm like, oh, so this is when the princessing ends. And I'm just like, so not sad, because I mean, like Tiana like works in like she likes cooking, being in the restaurant. So it's like I'm washing dishes. So it's like more in line with my character. But it's like, no, I don't want to do dishes right now.
Would you ever try and make that dessert? I keep forgetting what it's called.
Beignets?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think another fun fact, I actually like cooking. Like I cook a lot of like food that I've never like tasted sometimes. Like I'll find a random recipe, find that we don't even have the ingredients in South Africa, and I will literally just improvise. I haven't been able to make beignets yet, but that is part of the plan.
Talk about Ariel. So aside from Tiana, I would love to see you cosplay as the new Ariel.
I think I would love to. This is it's a funny thing. For like so long I was actually like super like terrified of like I had a phobia, right? Because I almost drowned and stuff. So yeah, I actually decided to take up swimming lessons. My first lesson was at a different swim school, and literally, so I feel like people have different ways of like doing things, but the person just like got me in the water, and next thing I know the water's like, yeah, so I start having like a panic attack, like a proper panic attack. And literally when I got out of the pool, I took a picture of myself because I was like, what the hell just happened? I sent it to my friend, my best friend. My best friend's like, Mandee, you look like death. So after that, I found like an alternative swim school, and it's been really good. And then we like closed for winter. So like it's something, yeah, I think like initially when I thought of Ariel, I'd be like, nope, not happening. I don't like being in water. I don't want to be associated with that. But right now, I love that it's showing representation. I don't know if you're familiar with like certain videos on social media where parents rather, were taking pictures of their kids' reactions to the new trailer, and it was like the most sweetest, like wholesome thing ever. Because like kids are like so excited to see someone that looks like them. And yeah, I think that's really exciting for me too. Like I'm an adult, but yeah, I'm a kid, kid in my heart. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah,
With
pretty
someone
excited.
that grew up with the Little Mermaid. It came out on my birth year, 1989,
Oh
the
wow.
animated film. And then this new one coming out is going to come out on my birthday month, which is May next year.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow. I think you should also cosplay Ariel. Like I mean, like I think yeah. Have you? Oh wait, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I've
but I would do it again.
ah you definitely should. I remember your Daenerys.
Aw, thank you.
I
That
don't know if
was
that was Rage or like a different convention, but I remember your Daenerys. So I'm trying to like remember your Ariel.
it was Rage. So I love anything to do with Ariel. People are like, it's off the storyline from Hans Christian Andersen. Like they're gonna change it.
Mhm.
That she's gonna be woke and want to be more independent, but I feel it might not be that way because I was thinking back to Aladdin when Jasmine in the new adaptation,
Yeah.
where she was speaking to the Sultan and she wanted to be more free and more, yeah, she wanted to be more independent, but that's because she's trapped there at the palace. And so then she sang her song I Won't Go Quietly, and I know that Hale Bailey for Ariel, she's going to sing 3 new songs. So I
That's
think,
pretty cool. I actually did not know about the 3 new songs.
so they, you know what it is, when it comes to animated films, there's a very short
Mm-hmm.
runtime in, like, back in the days, like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Now films are like 2 hours long and they need to add more to it. So I just think they're gonna add some extra storyline to this, especially when it comes to 3 new songs.
Like, and in terms of that, I think people also need to understand that like movies that came out in a specific generation, and now like I think there's a contrast between the different generations, even if it's just a couple of years apart. So certain things will be more appealing to certain people, and certain things will be more appealing to other people, and people just need to be able to embrace change, I think. change and diversity.
I
I
think
think
so.
that's like one of the most like important things is just accepting it. I mean, you don't have to like it, but just like accept it.
Hale Bailey is so beautiful and her voice is just perfect.
I love her singing.
I
I love her
cried.
singing.
Like I had
I think a
goosebumps
lot of
crying.
people, like a lot of people cried. I think I'm
Yes.
saving my tears for the movies because like that
Oh.
literally happens to me. Like I used to cry a lot in cinemas and then it just got too embarrassing. So I try to do that less or like I try watch alone, like certain things or like I have a technique where I kind of like keep my tears in.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I feel like I get like a bit
I'm
emotional at
thinking of the
times.
Weekend song where he goes like, "Save your tears for another day."
Yeah, I should. I should. That's me. That's actually me. Yeah.
So it just shows that Haley is perfect for this role and that people are too narrow-minded and stubborn.
Ex
And
I think another nice thing that I kind of appreciate that they did with her Ariel, right? Fair, she's like gonna keep the red hair and stuff, but it's like natural hair. I remember like sorry, I'm like trying to see if I see a spider. Okay, I don't trying to see if I see a spider on my wall. I can't see like too far because I wear glasses. But anyway, I would say with natural hair, I think a couple of years ago there was a whole thing about professional hair, and like on a Google search, you'd find natural hairstyles deemed as unprofessional. So seeing like I think a lot of parents, especially like brown people, prefer to keep their kids' hair natural because like certain chemicals damage your hair texture and stuff. So kids seeing that, like I think that's going to be so like inspirational for them as well. It's not just like I think it's like bigger than whatever people are like trying to like make it about, which I'm trying not to get too political and too yeah, yeah.
what was there was like one more point I wanted to make.
Mhm.
Uh no, I completely forgot. Oh, I hate
It's
it when that
okay.
happens.
Okay, I'll say something in terms of that. I think a lot of times, like as younger people, you kind of try like you like to fit. Not even it's not matter like a matter of fitting in. It's like if you're brown, chances are you maybe have curly or coily hair, and you'll spend a crap ton of time trying to straighten it or trying to so it's more manageable and stuff. So seeing someone with like natural hair, like for me, that's a big deal. I think for like most of my life, I've spent almost my entire life like treating my hair. So it's more manageable for me. So seeing like that, like kids will have that kind of representation, like I'm super happy. Like I'm super happy that some kid is going to be like, oh, there's a princess with natural hair and my hair looks like that. And they're going to be like I think kids should also feel like princesses. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah. Mhm.
I got it. I got it. All right. So another thing people haven't realized is that Ariel has been cast of a different skin tone. No.
Mhm.
Another thing people haven't realized is that Ariel's already been cast as a different race.
Oh gosh, wait, I'm trying to like, I don't know what I did. I pressed something and now I can't see. Okay, I can see you now. I fixed it. Sorry. Yeah,
it's fine. So Oli Corvolo,
I
please don't
think
kill me. I
that's the
don't know how to
correct
pronounce her name.
pronunciation. Oh,
Who
Anna. Huh?
voices Mahana. She
Mhm.
actually did do Ariel in a live adaptation that people could see
Oh,
at
that's
the
pretty
Disney
cool.
Theatre. And Queen Latifah was Ursula, and John Stamos. I think it's John Stamos. He was the chef, and I forgot who played as Prince Eric, but there's been a
Mhm.
different race version of Ariel already, so I don't know why people have their
I would
panties in a knot right now.
I'd say like the outrage probably comes from I think a lot of people don't consume theater. They go more for the films as opposed to like theater. So it that could be like one of the potential reasons. But in any case, people need to get their minds out of the gutter. I know that saying is usually used in a different manner. But yeah, like people need to take a chill pill and calm down. Like calm down and just yeah.
They're too difficult about it, and
Mm,
as an avid Ariel fan, I'm looking forward. I think
mm,
she's gonna do an amazing job. Um, I'm ready
I also, I really, I trust her. Like, I trust her.
for Jodie Benson. Okay.
But I know she was like she wrote something regarding that, and she was like really happy, and also thinks that Haley will make like an amazing, like
Yes.
amazing Ariel.
That's the best part, that Jodie Benson approves.
Mhm.
And okay, cool. All right. So you have pet spiders.
Yep. So I have 6 of them, but like some of them are really tiny. So I think I've wanted spiders for like the longest time. 2019 was like when I was like, okay, I seriously wanted spiders. And then I started doing like my research. So I think at times I'm not the most impulsive person. Like I will sit, do research before like committing to a decision. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if your spider is female, that's like a 20-year like lifespan. And depending on the species, obviously. So you have to be willing to like take care of like the animal and stuff. So yeah, I did my research like from 2019, like, and then I had to do a bit of convincing, like convincing my mom. Um, and then like finally, I think I started off with like 2. Yeah, I started off with 2. Um, so it was a the charcoal goldeny mustard. I'm not sure if mustard is a he or she because you have to wait for a certain stage of the spider or tarantula rather, tarantula's life cycle, and then you can use the mold to identify the gender. So I haven't been able to do that because mustard is taking the longest time to grow. So it's like one of the slowest growing tarantulas, but like I'm kind of enjoying it. And then the one time I literally went to a shop to get more food for my spiders. And then next thing I know, I'm coming back home with another spider. So it was like mustard, Sirius, and Barda. I named the third one Barda, and Barda is a let me try a Goliath bird, like a salmon pink bird eater, yeah, bird eater tarantula. And so I've been trying to like raise the 3, and then basically what happened is that Sirius actually didn't make it out of a mold, so I was like quite devastated. But apparently it's quite common. Like if you get slings, so slings like spiderlings, it's quite common for your slings not to make it past a molt. And if you don't know what a molt, it's like a life stage where the spider sheds its like skin or exoskeleton like a snake would. Um, Mustard actually molted yesterday, so I have like a tiny molt. Bear in mind, I've had mustard since last year, November, so November 2021. And yeah, he's still quite tiny. Let me try to show you the molt. So like the molts kind of break. Oops, they do break like a lot. So this is what will be left behind. I don't know if it's very, oops. So
Oh, it's not broken.
yeah, oh crap.
Oh,
Kind of broken. Yeah, so like this is, and then like for the next couple of days, it's like the exoskeleton like gets a little stronger, the fangs get stronger as well. So you can't feed them until a couple of days. And then yeah, Bada, like Bada is such a like Bada is probably like after mustard, Bada is probably one of my favorites because that was my third spider. And yeah, she's a good eater. I'm hoping it's a she. Like she's a good eater, malts quickly. And then like after the 3, right? I had the 3, the one didn't make it past the malt, so I was left with 2. And then there was like this whole sale on this one website. I was like, okay, let me go crazy. Because I try get things in advance. So like my glass enclosures or like plastic, I try get them in advance. Like my I'm trying to think of the word now. Substrate, so the peat or the sand, whatever you want to call it, it's substrate, like where your spider bedding and hides. I try get them way in advance. I had like extras. So on this sale, I decided to get a juvenile. So juveniles are a bit bigger than like slings. They're like teenagers or like adolescents. So I got like the Mexican red rump, named him Atreus, and like I put like little like palm tree looking stuff. And then like recently I added like moss. So moss kind of looks like dirty grass, plants, whatever. And then like if you water it, it kind of gets a little like you can see like the green and it's more like lively. Apparently it helps with like moisture. So I tried to add that to some of my slings enclosures. And by enclosures I mean like literally tiny little tubs because that's how small they are. So yeah, Atreus, and then I got Isis. Isis is a is it Brazilian red and white or Mexican red and white, but one or the other. And yeah, Isis I think is one of my prettiest spiders. I really like her. But she's been burrowed for like the longest time, and I hope like she's okay. Like I really hope she's okay. I do feed. So the thing is with spiders, if they don't eat, it's very important to. I keep saying I feel like my zoology people would like murder me. Because you should say like there's a difference between spiders and tarantulas. Like true, like you get true spiders and then you get like tarantulas. But in any way, I'm not gonna get too technical. But yeah, Isis has just been burrowed for like the longest time. And like I said, with spiders, you need to try remove the food. Basically with mealworms can bite your spider. Like if your spider is like molting, it's vulnerable. It literally can't do anything. Hence, you shouldn't be moving your spiders around too much. So if mealworms are in there, they literally will bite your spider if they're in a vulnerable state, like molting. So it's a thing where if your spider doesn't eat food, like within like 24 hours, try remove it. And that's like, so I've stuck to mealworms, but it's good practice to like kind of switch the diet around. Like I had roaches at some point. I tried dubias. They kind of play dead, which is really you put them in like the enclosure, they play dead. So like sometimes I'm like, okay, let's see if my spiders are actually smart. And some actually know that this is food. And then I saw like they didn't enjoy dubias as much. So I tried to switch to Turkestan roaches, and that was a fatal mistake. Not like it's very gross because they're very fast, but like literally one escaped. And I had nightmares for like the longest time because mom's like, Mandee, we're gonna have a roach infestation. I'm like, oh gosh, this is how I get kicked out of my mom's house. But luckily, like we found the roach like after like I don't know how long. And I'm like, I don't know how you survived this long, but I'm so grateful that I found you. But that was the end of me trying to feed my roaches. Feed my tarantulas, Turkestan roaches. And then you get crickets as well. But crickets creep me out. I did zoology, but they creep me out. Like I can't stand jumpy stuff. Also I've been sticking to like mealworms, and yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably try crickets again because I think it's nice to like lecture spiders try different things. And then I don't think I've mentioned mustard. I've mentioned Sirius, who's unfortunately in spider heaven, and Bada, and then Isis and Atreus. They're bigger ones. And then the other two, did I say six? Yeah, six because Sirius isn't anymore. And then I have like like a small tiny it's a Mexican black velvet. So I actually wanted a granular pulcra, right? But like the pulcra was like super expensive. It's a Brazilian black, but I got the Mexican black velvet, if that's the correct term. I'll put like the genus and the species, like I'll send them to you in the
Thank
thingy. So
you.
I got that instead, but like they're so tiny. So like um okay, let's see. I'm trying to use my finger, my pinky, just to try show you how tiny like they are. But Jet, because he's a Mexican black velvet, Jet, like Jet Black, I picked the name Jet, is literally like maybe this tiny, like this
Oh.
tiny. And then Roach is like a curly hair. That's like one of the most common tarantulas that people initially get. Like Roach is literally the small. So like a quarter of my pinky. But I think so another thing, Roach was actually like burrowed, but because he's smaller, I wasn't like shy to like just try see what's happening.
Mm.
Um so I checked it out, and like roach was okay. Don't know why they're not eating much. They kind of annoy me when they don't eat much because it's like I'm trying my best here. Please accept my love. Um, but but yeah, I actually want to get more spiders. I think I said I would stop after I get like 10, like I'd get 10 max. But in terms of all my spiders, I basically started with New World spiders. And basically, like if any keeper you find will basically tell you that the old worlds are more bitey and more aggressive, and then the new worlds are likely to flick hairs at you, and the hairs basically cause like a skin irritation. And I mean, both is probably painful. I haven't had that happen to me. I think only Atreus has thrown like a thread pose at me, but I was trying to like spray, like just to get moisture in, and I saw a thread pose, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, I will leave you alone. Yeah, and I think yeah, if you don't bug your spiders, they won't bug you. Yeah. But I would 120% like recommend them as pets. So like 120%. Super, super like low maintenance. But still, like they all have their different personalities, I think. People are like, oh, spiders don't have brains. I'm like, oh, they're still pretty cool.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Very sweet. I used to have arachnophobia, but then I think I got over
Aw.
it over time. Like, I love them. I think like I'm also at that stage where if I see one, I'll be like, okay, I'll do my thing as long as you do your thing over there.
Thing. Exactly. Like I have like a serious rule. Like even before I had pet spiders, like I don't kill spiders. Like you get like a little tub and a paper, you slip the paper underneath, get the spider out. You don't kill
I'm
spiders.
so
Because
scared
I
that
mean, like
I won't be
like if
able to
I
do that.
I
So that does it for today. Thank you so much, Mandee, for joining me. And if you would like to follow Mandee on different social media platforms, I'll add all the links in the description below.
Thank you for having me. Guys, be sure to follow its_Robzy on YouTube and her other socials. If you'd like to book the Frog Princess or check out any of the other princesses, please check out Princess Maggie's party experiences. We try and make your kids or your younger siblings' birthday like super magical. So check out our events, check out our characters, and feel free to book.
Oh, that was awesome. All right. I'll see you again. Bye.